First of all, you cannot fucking tell me you're not confusing me.
I'm not confusing you, nigga. I'm being direct. You understand?
You can't tell if he's confused.
All right, nigga. Well, I don't know how slow. I don't know how slow I gotta talk.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jalani Lion.
J-Wattz.
Dewitt.
And this is the 12th episode of the 10 Lions podcast. We got a special guest for you. We got my day one since middle school on football teams and algebra classes with husses and different people of that nature. We got Darius. Darius Broad is in the building. Make some noise for Darius. How you feeling, Darius?
I'm alright, not too bad. Can't complain.
Yo, but before we get started, Darius, we are no longer in high school, no longer in middle school. We are full-grown adults. You're doing well for yourself. Do you have any positive or inspiring words for the people that could be possibly watching?
Be yourself. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart.
Okay.
It ain't gonna do you wrong.
Okay, I like that. Do you follow that? Do you follow your heart?
I try my hardest.
Do you be yourself type shit?
I try. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? This life shit is not easy.
That's a fact.
But I try.
That's a fact.
I think that's the best we can go and do is just try on a daily basis.
I'm not mad at that. We don't only just have a special guest. We have a special episode for y'all because we have brought two incredible people together who shared a dope friendship / brotherhood / relationship together, and we are seeing if we can mend the relationship that has broken, the friendship that has broken during this episode. But before we get into that, before we get into y'all drama, we got to go over the numbers. First and foremost, we got 102,000 views on our Every Answer game.
Boom, 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 boom.
We got 36,000 views on the Guess the Song game. We got 6,000 views on the Chris Brown TikTok with over 100 plus comments.
Silly niggas.
And we got cooked.
We did.
We got cooked, but wait a minute.
We did.
Silly niggas.
Wait a minute.
We did.
Darius, real quick.
What's up?
Silly nigga. If you answer this wrong, I'm gonna be disappointed,
Relax,
bro.
relax.
I'm gonna personally be
Relax,
disappointed.
relax.
Now, Darius, you know Chris Brown. You know him well. Light skin gang.
My
King of
guy.
light skins.
Okay.
That's your guy, right?
Yeah.
The movement.
Now the question is, Darius,
Yo,
what was Chris Brown's debut song, his breakout song? What was it?
his first ever song.
In 2005, what was his debut single?
We ain't talking about the church music.
Was it A, Run It, or B, Yo, Excuse Me, Miss?
Run It definitely came before Yo.
Dumb
There you
niggas.
go. That's all we need. That's all we need to
Silly
hear.
niggas.
Niggas, me and Watts swore Yo
Silly
came before
niggas.
Run
Video
It.
was fire.
Swore, yeah.
It was.
Somebody told me that it. Huh?
Can you Google? Did I think?
Nah, Run It came first. It was.
No, Run It came first.
100 plus people was like, y'all are bugging.
They said if you don't know
They
that,
was
you know now.
I
all
looked it up and
bugging.
We got
everything.
bodied. Yeah, we got.
I think that what
Silly
I think the
niggas.
confusion was, I think it's one of two things. I think one, the Mandela effect. I think that niggas I remember vividly when that shit came out and it was the first joint for Chris Brown. But also, Yo could have just been the bigger joint and we heard it
It
first.
was. That shit was my dad's ringtone.
Right, exactly. So I think that might have been what it was. So Run It might have came out first, but it didn't get popped until after Yo. Popping, no pun intended, because popping.
Nah, Run It was always lit. Yo came after. The difference was back then. Remember, music
I'm not
would
saying
come
you're
out.
right. I'm just saying I think Yo was the bigger song.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because music,
That's all they just said. You
music,
just said
yeah. I thought you were saying like, no, my fault. I thought you were trying to say that like Run It wasn't a good song.
No, Run It was.
No.
All his shits was fire.
Yeah,
Run It,
man.
Yo, give me that. Fucking poppin'. Say goodbye. Legend.
Take it down. Come on, we can
That's
go.
over here.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
over here.
but hey, we won't forget.
All right, so let's get into y'all. Pause.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Yo. Stop touching me.
So
It's filthy.
y'all, how long were y'all friends for? Real quick.
Friendship. You want to go back to the beginning when we first started?
When did y'all start becoming friends? Like,
I was in
did y'all
11th
meet?
grade. I was in 11th. That was how when we met. It was before that.
so like 10 years type shit. 9 years, 8 years,
10 plus, something like that.
something like
It was
that.
definitely. I
Our
know it's a
friendship
little bit
started
over
when I was in 11th grade, so it's been like 10, 11 years. Yeah.
All right, so it's been a 10, 11 year friendship, and y'all have not been cool. Y'all haven't talked in, I think Dewitt says about a year, right?
About like a year. Yep.
All right, so when did problems start to arise in y'all's friendship?
You want to answer first? Or you want me to answer first?
Shit, okay.
That's respectful. I like
That's
that.
polite. You know what
Yeah,
serious
guys,
polite.
I'm respectfully. I don't really know when they started. I can tell you when I know this shit going off. So if you have an answer,
Somebody tell me something.
So I guess since we went right back to the beginning, our friendship started when I was at a low, vulnerable point in my life. I felt sorry for myself. And I took that out by finding someone that I knew I would also feel sorry for. Someone that I empathized with, someone that made me feel better about myself. That was you. I don't know if you remember what happened, why I pulled up that night, but it was because I was supposed to go to prom with that girl. And I didn't go with that girl. She went with another nigga.
We're in the dark right now.
That's fine.
The audience is in the dark.
Yeah, that's fine. We can put y'all on. I just don't want to throw too many people's names in it and get.
I mean, you don't gotta say names, but
that was a crazy ass.
I'm just lost.
Right? Think about it. I dressed up to go to junior prom, right? Lied to my parents, told them I was going to junior prom, borrowed their car, did all this extra shit, pump faking like I was going to prom. Okay. Knowing the whole time I wasn't going. Okay. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do.
I was high as shit.
I didn't have no girl to go with. You know what I'm saying? I had fucked that up.
This is junior prom or senior prom?
Junior prom.
Junior prom.
Junior
Okay.
prom.
Junior prom.
Junior prom.
Okay.
I fucked that up.
Okay.
It was my fault. I wasn't blaming myself. I was doing everything else that a fucking 16-year-old does. Fucking just finding other people to blame and whatever.
Living and learning.
Just, you know what I'm saying? So instead of telling my parents the truth, being honest with them, saving some money, not going, I pump faked, and I pulled them on Dewitt. Yeah. Okay. I was like, yo, let's go to this prom. Remember that shit? I called you.
You texted me. You texted me at first because I was at the crib. I was playing Xbox, and this nigga just texted me like, "Yo, where you at?"
You was losing.
That's what?
That's Xbox. I don't know.
Xbox,
I'm just losing to the computer, huh?
Shit.
The negative ass nigga.
No, I'm confused. Are we telling the story about how y'all became friends?
That's how we
This
became
is the
friends.
negative ass.
The question is, when did the problems start to arise?
And for me, that's one of the problems.
When you became friends?
Is that's where, because the root of it, if you plant a tree in bad soil, it's not going to grow correctly. Right?
Okay.
And so for me, I planted my roots into you, into our friendship.
You planted your seed in him?
Come on, man.
Oh my god. This nigga is so.
I planted our friendship.
That timing is crazy.
That metaphor was kind of...
That better not be a fucking real.
This nigga's crazy.
That better not be.
We don't make it a real. They make it a real.
That better not be. I get a notification that that's a fucking real, bro. I'm not
I ain't even say that.
And this nigga.
Our friendship started off with me in a bad mental state. And the way I look at it now, hindsight 2020, that's what it's part of the shit that continued my downward spiral with. Because I was headed up, bro. Like,
You were in a weird place. I'll admit it 100%. Between the shit that was going on with your parents, that shit. Like I now as an adult, because I'm emotionally intelligent now, I can. You were going through a lot of shit with a lot of females at that young age too. Like they were shorty for prom, and then like you were going through a lot of shit. So I understood that it was more or less like the nigga needed a partner. Somebody that's there, regardless of the reasons why. He just needed somebody that was there, and I felt the same way.
Right. So then, talking about the problems. So for me, once I got out of that mental space, feeling bad for myself, feeling sorry for myself, and started really refocusing on the shit I wanted to do and who I wanted to be, the direction I wanted to go with my life, that also forces you to evaluate the people around you, how they're acting, how they interact with you, how they move around you, what their energy is. And when I did that, I started to notice that certain people were not as beneficial to me in my growth as I was to them in their growth.
Certain people like Dewitt.
He wasn't the first one. Okay. Yep, I don't want to bring other people into it.
There were plenty of friends that would
crazy because like he was my confidant. Like it would be people trying to come back in my life all the time. I'd be like, yo, why is this nigga even hitting me? Like the only reason he was even around was because I'm lit. Because I got When I'm around, it's this around, it's that around. Like they leeches, and he was really like he heard all that. He understood all that. You know what I'm saying? And so then when it came down to really like the basis of it, it just kept getting worse, bro. Like shit just started to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Like when we weren't all together all the time, the shit that you were doing was falling apart. And then I would you would come to me like, yo, bro, help, or I'd have to intervene, or I'd get dragged into it somehow, and it was always bad luck, and it was always bullshit.
It was an accumulation of negative shit.
So were you guys a support system for each other, or
To a degree.
did you guys basically go through your own trauma, your own individual issues,
And
while
then
you guys were somehow connecting? Like, you had your own problems, he had his own problems. That's where you guys saw a connection right there.
How is that bad though? Because
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that the way.
What's the problem?
The problem is once I started to grow, from my perspective, once I started to grow, I started to outgrow him, and he.
You started removing people from your corner.
Yeah, that weren't
Benefit.
beneficial
Yes,
to me.
yes,
That
yes.
felt like every time they came around, it was either I need to be the person that's providing all the.
Yeah,
everything.
right.
Do you feel like DeWitt was stunting your growth? And do you feel like
Not-
you were providing for DeWitt because you just said that providing for?
He was trying to be his own person. He was trying to not be like those leeches, and he was doing a good job. And then when it came down to the shit with his family, like that he created,
Gotcha.
that was like, okay, like we had to talk like, yo, bro, you gotta lock in with this shit. Like, you saw me fumble the bag and try to do what you said you was gonna do. Don't do that.
So you was putting him on.
I was trying
from your angle after what you went through. You were trying to give him insight.
I was trying to help him either avoid the same decisions that I made
Okay.
that fucked me up,
Right.
or make better decisions while doing
That sounds
those
like a good
things.
friend. That sounds, yeah.
And then when the shit fell apart, he landed on me again. Fine, I'm your friend. It's what you're here.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
And then shit starts going missing. Little shit. It was like weed, like little shit. The nigga told me that.
One thing, bro. We're objecting and interjecting with when you're talking. I want to just like make this clear. We're all men at the table, so it's like DeWitt. If you feel like interjecting, what something he's saying
I
that
want
he's,
to hear his
But-
I want to hear his
but-
entire point of
if
view.
he's saying
Why
something
is
that's wrong though, because I'm not gonna stop him like, yo, he's talking type shit.
This is his point of view. This is what.
Yeah, but make sure you're also paying
he's
attention to the camera,
saying
too.
shit. That's why I'm letting him say what he got to say, so that way, if I feel as if there's some type of confusion,
Yeah, lock it in.
online,
So
So
remember,
everything
yeah.
he's
I'm
saying
not
is
even.
correct.
I'm just gonna reiterate from my point of view, tell him what I seen and experienced during that time. Like,
Got you.
it's
So you're gonna listen.
So
He's
is
gonna listen and
So
no
is
take.
everything he's saying correct?
for the most part. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So then when the shit started to really hit the fan, like when the issues, when
Shit started going missing and like, what the fuck is going
right,
on here? Yeah.
even before that,
Okay.
there were red flags that his mind was not in the same place mine was. Like,
Right.
he wasn't headed in the same direction.
Okay.
And-
Real quick, what was going missing? Because if it's like a spoon or a fork,
No, it was like
what
it
going
was shit
missing? Was it bread?
like weed. It was like weed, like little shit. Like it wasn't shit that I would notice, and shit that I didn't care about. He like, that's not even what the culmination was. That's just what started me paying more attention to what he was doing.
Okay.
And then, so like it was shit like, I forgot how it wasn't even before he moved in with me. It was,
So you let him live with you?
Yes, after-
just to look out and everything?
yes, after
Oh,
shit
okay.
fell down with what he had.
Yeah, yeah.
But before this, I noticed that like he wasn't being the same friend I was being to him. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Like he would come over sometimes, and he expressed to me one time that the way I talked to his girl at the time made him uncomfortable. That like it
His girl or his baby mother?
his baby mother
I got you.
made him uncomfortable.
How did you flirt with her? How did you make?
I don't know. Some people say I'm a flirtatious person, but I just think it's just my personality. I'm just friendly and open. A lot of women feel comfortable around me.
Okay.
And I'm never gonna apologize to that. And he's always known me to be that person.
But in general, he knew your place. Like, he knew you were a friend, and that was it. You knew what it was already. Like, you got
But it was stuff like that where he was projecting his own insecurities on everyone around him, me and everyone around him. And then once he moved in and shit started going missing, I was like, yeah, he's first. I was like, this can't happen anymore.
Real quick,
I can't have this
let me cut
energy
you off
around me.
because this nigga's not cutting you off at all. Was it insecurity, or did you feel like the nigga was like pushing up on your girl or whatever?
Look, I'm trying to let him talk.
Right now, I'm asking you a question. This nigga's answering questions.
At this point in time, I couldn't tell you what it was. It was something that was a part like that I noticed. I wanted to discuss on it because, and shit, shit like this has happened before. So it was like, I'm not
With you and him or someone else?
No, another one. That's why I said it was,
not a different girl at this point. But like, unlike last time, I didn't speak the first time. Like, shit was quiet, and then I ended up dealing with shit in a really negative way. So this time, I'm trying to handle shit like a grown ass man, and this is my best friend. So like, I have no reason not to ask this nigga what the fuck is up. So like, I was just like, yo, what it is, just let me know what it is. Like, I'm just want to know, and more or less, nigga was just like, nah, it's nothing like that. Like. And I remember a specific part of conversation where nigga was like, listen, like, me and her may have, like, chemistry, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to act off of it and
Yo,
shit
you remember
like
when
that.
I said, I think it was on Facebook or Twitter, it was a while ago, back when we was in high school. And you...
Did I comment on
yeah,
it?
you commented
let's
on
go.
it.
I'm
It was some
bringing
shit
this.
where I was like,
Always good for the Facebook
a
memories.
bond is more important than a title. Remember that?
Fuck.
Remember that discussion? I was saying a bond is more important than a title. And your position
What did I
was...
say? What did I say to
Your,
that?
your position was, well, if you have a bond, wouldn't there also be a title? That was your position.
Sounds like you, Jalani.
Damn, that sounds like the old me, though.
Sounds like you, Jalani.
Right.
A bond is more important than a title.
Right.
Sounds like
and
you.
you were like, well, if there's a bond, won't there be a title?
How long ago was this?
We was back in high school. We was back in
that's
high school.
It
It was a minute ago.
For
But it
sure.
just
Okay.
resonates to me because
Different
it
nigga.
was,
I get what
it
you're saying,
was
though. Same name.
It's the same conversation. And yeah, me and wow, baby mama have always had
He said earlier, so you
a
good.
chemistry,
We throwing out names. Okay.
a mental understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like we always since we met. I don't know if you can call it our signs, you can call it whatever the fuck. Like we've always, and it's just I thought he understood that, but then he.
The point of the conversation was for me to understand. That's why I approached you. It was no bullshit.
And
it
I
was
thought
just let me try and be, because obviously
That's valid.
I'm feeling some type of way. I need clarification on this. If I'm not gonna get it from her, which she's always gonna, as far
And
as
that was where
at that point in time, regardless of how I felt, it's like she's always gonna be on my side. If anything, I'm gonna have to get it from this nigga because he's the only person that's not a part of me and her's equation.
Yeah, but if unless again, I'm an outside party, but unless Shorty says, hey, so-and-so's making me feel uncomfortable, or I think so-and-so's moving this way, then there should be no need. If you know your man's is your man's, you know where he plays and the position everybody plays on the team. If I know I got a point guard on the team running the car, bringing the ball up, I know what his title is. He's going to be calling the plays. He's going to be running the shots. You get what I'm saying? Your family's your team. You already know where everybody stands. Your man's is your man. So it's like,
But-
what?
Wait,
But what makes you start questioning your man unless it's not insecurities that come involved with it?
I
know what I'm
mentioned this.
saying?
I mentioned this happened before. Completely different person. That's kind of why I was like, I'm
With
not gonna
your man's or with the
no
girl?
with Darius with a different girl, and it was just like this time instead of letting shit just happen and then finding out afterwards, regardless of who's at fault or who's innocent, or what, I'm just gonna just nip this shit in the ass. Now.
So the reason why you question it is because it happened before in the past.
Yeah.
That's why I say it was because of insecurities.
Yeah.
Because
On his side or your side?
on his side, because he still
got you.
he still hadn't
Moved on.
moved
Got you,
on
got you,
from
got you.
what had happened in the past.
But I feel like at the end of the day, if your man's your man or your point guard is your point guard,
Yeah.
if you ask a point guard, are you a fucking point guard? Why are you not bringing the ball up? Their answer should be yes. If your man's your man's, they're gonna say yes. If your man's your man's,
You gotta know what everybody brings to the table, bro. That's it. If you my man's and I already know what's up, I'm not gonna question. If I gotta start questioning you, then I gotta start questioning our friendship and everying. But that means
that's true.
but that means all right, there's
To
something
be
in me.
fair,
That's
our
not.
friendship was already strained at that point in
Right,
time,
right.
so we were already starting to go through bullshit as is. If anything, you can consider it. The
Is this
tipping
after
point.
before you were staying with him now?
This was right before I was staying with him, like not like 2 months maybe.
I wouldn't say
All I'm
our
saying-
friendship
all I'm
was
saying is that
strained at
clarification
point. I
shouldn't
feel
be a problem.
That's where
No,
because
no,
that's
no.
when I started noticing.
But now what has
That's when I
to do with
started doing the
insecurities?
introspective shit, realizing who was around me and why they were around me, and
That's funny
This is,
business.
this is why I was waiting for
But
you to
it's
finish.
valid.
the
It's
point.
not just insecurities. It's valid
These
insecurities.
niggas just having their own conversation on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same conversation.
Yeah, it's good.
Just talking to each
We're
other.
just
But
looking at
no,
different
like
points of view.
because through the shit that I was going through on my side, there was a lot of shit that was going on.
What were you going through?
Well, no, finished everything.
You can go through
I
whatever
don't
you're
know
going through,
what
but your
point
man
we're
said he
at.
was holding you down, though.
But that's why I'm asking
yeah.
what you're going through. This is your time to talk. Like,
And he said when he
get
was
back
in
to
his,
him.
he
I
said when
wanted
he
to
was in
make
his
sure he
whole.
was done talking about.
We're
his
not
point of
doing
view.
that. Speak up, bro.
Well,
'cause
so then
you're gonna,
say
you're
He
gonna
said when he
forget
was.
shit.
Well, he said what I don't know if anybody's catching. He said when I was in my position, I had no one. I had no one there. You feel me?
That's what I'm
he
saying.
He said
He's
he was
only
going to
looking-
other people, and no one was bringing nothing to the table.
Right, but you're only hearing his side. DeWitt could be
Right,
saying
no.
his part.
So that's what I'm catching on to. I'm holding on to that. No one brought anything to the table. You
I'm
started
trying to give
building
DeWitt
yourself
a
up
lane.
and building yourself up and moving a certain way. Somehow, niggas or people keep on coming back to your corner when you're in a good space with their negativity.
Right.
And then people start questioning you and your friendship when it's like, yo, I'm opening my door to you already. Why is there any questions?
Right.
That copy. That's
So
where we're
then-
at.
Okay.
So then once shit hit the fan with him and he no longer had a place to lay his head, I was like, yeah, you the bro, you can come stay with me.
Okay.
That's
After questioning you.
After questioning.
Copy.
After having already questioned our friendship. That's when I let him come in my house.
Is it not a valid question if this is something from the past that has happened in the past?
But in the
Two
past,
questions.
unless I'm wrong, he said it was based off of insecurities. Nothing happened.
Whoa,
it was just
whoa,
insecurities.
Whoa. Now you're jumping the gun.
No, that's
that
what-
was that confirmed?
What you mean?
He said in the past,
In the past,
it was
was it-
insecurities too.
Was it in the past insecurities, or was there something? Was there actions?
In the past, it was a completely different situation. But it was like with the dynamics of what the relationships were, it was a completely different situation.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me involved.
Oh, see,
Okay.
What does that mean?
it's just not him, bro. It's not.
I'm not saying it's just him.
I
That's why
don't
need
mind
you
it.
to
This
speak up.
I wanted him to explain the scenario about our friendship. Unfortunately, because it don't go with what you want shit to go through. That's why the shit's confusing. I can explain and fill in the gaps.
Nigga, I'm speaking
everywhere.
up for your bitch ass. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're not talking. If
I
you wanted
didn't
to-
need.
if
I
you
did
wanted
not.
to get
Okay,
there, all right,
I'm
bet.
a grown
I won't
ass
say another
man.
word.
I don't need
Yeah,
someone
I
else
got
to
you.
talk for me.
All right, but Darius, tell your truth.
So the shit that if you want to talk about the first situation.
No, bro, just finish because I'll fill in the gap everywhere else.
So shit. So he moves in my house. Shit starts going missing. I don't say anything.
Nigga's
Then
crazy.
something that I
It's crazy.
actually cared about goes missing. It's a hat. Something minuscule.
I was
something
gonna
that
point
was
it out.
gas-
Shut the nigga
that
out,
gas
but now-
something that I was looking for. Comes to my house. Shit's still terrible while he's at my house. I'm not even gonna go into how it was while he was there, but it was not. It wasn't a friendship.
For context, I don't know why. How was it terrible?
I'll get
Does the
into
nigga
it.
snore?
I will get into
Do you
it.
snore? Would you snore?
Right, exactly.
You want
he's
me-
talking.
The
You want me
nigga
to
is
watch
trying.
it?
Why
the
now you're
nigga-
interrupting?
This is the
Because it
problem.
has
This is
nothing
the
to do
point.
with
This is why I'm
what-
like, y'all
with our
expecting
friendship. It just
him.
has to do with who
Bullshit.
he was as a person.
They're
that
expecting-
that made me look at him more like, yeah, now this person can't be my friend.
Got you.
Like,
How does that have nothing to do with your friendship? If you're saying it's making you view him differently as a friend, or he can't be your friend. How does that have nothing?
He's
because
just
that's
getting
not
in-
what made me. That wasn't the final decision. Like
He
him
was just
moving
getting
how he
insight
moved
of
wasn't
seeing
the
the
final
diff-
decision.
But
the
it added up,
characteristics he had, bro.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was
Just
it
like
was
built
a
up.
fin- it
Just
was
like
a
the
full
stealing
culmination.
shit or whatever the case may be.
Yes,
So it's like
it
that's
was
why, for context, like you're saying more terrible shit happened. I don't know what that means.
Not terrible. I'm just saying that the energy, the vibe,
It got worse.
it was not good. Like I
Okay.
would come home.
Okay.
I would come home from working, and the nigga would be inside on the. He had the kid for 2 days.
Context. I would not have
Like,
guessed.
why
that.
do I have the?
Well,
that's what I'm
because
saying,
he's
like, I don't-
also
I don't
not
wanna
trying to
bash his-
spread
I don't-
my
exactly,
shit
I don't
out
wanna
there,
bash
bro.
his character
Right,
and
but
be
I
a-
don't know how bad the shit was unless you say it. Like, you know what
I
I mean?
get
Like,
it.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm in the dark right
I
now.
understand.
Like,
So it was not good vibes. It was not. He presented his character as someone I did not want to associate with or have in my corner.
He was in you. The character he was showing was character you left in your past life. Put it that way.
Yes.
Boom.
and that
Yes.
makes sense now.
Because when we met, I was in the.
Darker place.
And that's why
Correct.
it ties in. That's why it makes sense. Okay.
Correct.
So then once the shit culminated and I was presented with evidence that I didn't have before, that this person that I would allow in my house would take something from me and then hide the fact that he even had it. Once I was presented with that, I even approached him about it. I was ready to fight. I came outside in my pajamas. I pulled up. I put in the group chat, yo, where you at? Trying to pull up, trying to smoke, trying to chill. What's up? Pulled up. Completely surprised this nigga. I'm in my pajamas. He had no idea what the fuck was going on. I don't even know who the fuck he was with. Some goofy ass. I don't know. I was on hot, so I was ready to fight because it was a culmination. You know what I'm saying? It built up to that.
Right.
Like, I was looking for that hat like 2 or 3 days before. I'm like, where the fuck is? You know what I'm saying? And to find out this motherfucker. And I wasn't, man, all right.
It's not about the materialistic.
It was
thing. It's
nothing about the
principle
things.
of
I could buy 10 of those
what you
fucking
trusted
hats.
and everything.
Right.
I got you.
It was about the person who did it.
you open up your doors to somebody and they
Right.
you know,
Right.
they-
And
yeah.
someone who told me you shouldn't open your doors to me. The nigga told me when he moved in, like, yeah, Tamisha won't let me move in because she thinks I'm stealing. So I left it at that. Whatever. I left it at that. I barked on him. I said, fuck you. But I still support your son because I still get a nigga birthday presents. I still send his mother money. I still do whatever. Like, I'm still cool with, like, I don't have no hate to you, no resentment. It's just I don't like who I was when we was friends. And I don't like the shit the feelings that it made me feel when the shit went down.
The luggage that came with the friendship, you just weren't feeling. I got you. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If it ain't Louis, get rid of it.
Right, so, I mean, and that's
Coach Prime.
that's that. I mean, if you have
Coach
any,
who?
Coach Prime.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know Deion Sanders, Coach Prime? If it ain't Louis, oh man.
Is that football?
Yeah, just
That's football, right? I don't watch football. I'm tapped in.
do your thing.
That's fine.
He's not on it.
Wow. I'm not on the I'm not on the football wave. Sorry. Darius, is that all you gotta say?
I mean, yeah, we can continue to talk.
Because we gotta give this nigga a part to
I got
Sister.
I got a monologue. I had a
Waiting till you're
monologue.
done to defend yourself.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was
defend
gonna be a
yourself,
monologue, but it's cool. It's
Right.
what
Now
it
you're
is.
good. That's what he wanted. So,
So, no.
where did problem start for you, Dewitt?
Like I said, bro, like he made a good point. There was like our friendship started off on bullshit, as is. We were relying on each other to be friends at a bad time in each other's life. His family was going through shit. My family was going through shit. I was
But isn't that when friends are supposed to pick each other up though, bro? During
but
bad
like,
times?
I'm an adult now, so I now realize where I could have been like, nah, honestly, he should have stuck to himself because I was stepping into the adult world. Darius was the childish aspect that I was still like just.
Wait,
I don't have to give a fuck about nothing.
But if somebody's your mans and they're going through something, you got to hold them down, though. I thought that's
holding
what.
somebody down is one thing, but using somebody as a crutch so you can bullshit life is.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. Go with that because you were like, I'm going through something bad. He's going through something bad.
Yeah,
I was enabling him to not
I just didn't get
take
where
on
it
his
was going.
adult responsibilities and shit.
Got you.
Like we got high and drunk one night downstairs in the basement. Me and Pat, no bullshit. We do not have to grow up till you're 25 and I'm 23.
Okay, sounds like a Diddy party.
Specifically, like yo,
We used to get crazy down
used to
there.
get
We used to
lit
set up.
as
We used to set up the
fuck.
boxing ring and have niggas just down there getting their head punched off.
So like niggas that ass was like, no, like we don't gotta grow up till this age. Like there's no reason for us to have to grow up till we get to this age in our lives and shit.
Just
So,
before
like,
kids are involved or after?
this was way
Oh, I was about to say.
When the problem start and they go to the beginning of their friendship. I'm just confused.
He went from the beginning. They both did.
Okay, but I don't get it. Where's the problem starting?
They were both in negative. They were both having negative things going on both their
We were
sides.
being codependent on each other.
Because, hey, I know you got some
Y'all were
bullshit
trauma
going.
bonding? Y'all were trauma
Hey, I know you
Yeah,
stepped in shit.
Jalani
basically.
is
I know you
not
stepped in shit. Yo, I
emotionally
stepped in shit. Yo, you my nigga. That's how it was.
Jelani is not emotionally intelligent. People, please.
I feel like you're the last one should talk about intelligence, but like we'll keep it. We'll leave it at that.
Haven't
Nigga
did
heard
all this
intelligence and got mad. Emotionally intelligence
Who's
is
mad?
not.
I just said I think that you're the
Jelani's
last one at
strong.
the table that should talk about intelligence. I'm not mad. I'm not yelling at
Let
you.
him finish,
Come
Jelani.
on, don't do that.
So, yeah, around the time that shit started getting murky with the shit that was going on with my family, I will admit there was that conversation happened and shit. It was out of insecurity, but it was like I said before, it was like, yo, before I let some shit happen with a relationship prior and it got way out of control. Like I felt disrespected from everybody, like as a man, as a friend, as a person that she was in a relationship with. So like, but I also allowed that shit to happen. Like I just sat back, said nothing, was just cool with shit happening. This was this. And it wasn't just like, yo, Darius was being a dickhead. It was like she was wilding the fuck out. Like I give her a round of applause for the amount of action she was fucking getting into. This was fucking great.
But at the same time, in the same breath, we was young. That's why.
And that's why I didn't hold that one.
And that's why I held it against you when that resentment from that situation came out in our older years, bro.
I understood
Because
that.
We was young. We was going through different shit, and I went about it differently than I would have if it was this situation. You know
I
what I'm saying?
understood that, but the problem that I had, and it's funny because I was talking to her recently.
Don't do that.
G shit.
Please don't do that, guy.
There was a straight point in time where everybody was doing it on some ha fuck Dewitt.
And that's fucked up. I wasn't
Like
doing
that was that.
Nigga, I was the only nigga that tried to show you that that's what it was.
Everybody was on some ha fuck.
Yo, what's crazy? You want to tell the story? We don't got to throw no names into it. You want to tell the story?
Bitch is nasty.
Bro, so this girl wanted to, anyway. How do I
You were out there getting nasty.
Tell this story?
I was about to say I was in a relationship at a point in time. Shorty moved in with me. Long story short, because I took her ass from a fucking secluded ass area to a big city area and hung around all my friends. She was interested in all the guys all at the same time. When me and her started going through bullshit, she felt the need to say slick shit like, "Oh, I got with the ugly person of the group." Started fucking around with, started fucking around with yeah, bro. Just like she was doing it just out of like.
She was at parties and she was like
pissed off.
As soon as this nigga walk out the room, she would say some wild shit.
Just mad.
I fuck all his friends. And I'd be like, yo, this was.
Just
there's no way this nigga knows.
What attracted you to that person?
It had to have been the sluttiness.
How long did you stay with that person for?
To be fair, we only lasted like a good year and a half.
Wait, how did you get to 6 months? Was she talking like this out the gate?
None of this shit started happening till she moved in with me and she was hanging like, cause I was around the guys every fucking 2-3 times.
But your shorty's your shorty. Why is she right?
We were younger, bro. This was a different scenario. This was a completely different scenario.
Yo, let him finish.
So,
Please let him finish.
You want me to take over?
No, Darius. Let him talk.
Long story short, when she thought I was on bullshit, she finally gave herself the go to try and fuck one of my friends. I remember that.
Did he hit?
I don't know. I've gotten 3 stories. So
when him or her?
Yo, we're still in the beginning, bro. Please let him finish.
I want to know, did he hit?
No, deadass. Let him talk.
That's the one to question, not him, no.
We're going to be here for 3 hours.
So, long story short, I don't know if Darius was her first attempt. I don't know what was going on with this nigga at the time. I know he hated his like I knew that very well.
She wasn't that at the time, so don't go. I don't got one of those.
my fault, yeah.
All right.
He did not like the person he was with to a very bad degree. It was bad. It was very bad. So, and I remember I had went to work and I had seen the messages. It was like 5 minutes. She didn't hesitate. Invited this nigga over to my sister's house while my sister was home. Upstairs, like directly upstairs, 14 steps. And I mean, this dumbass nigga showed the fuck up. Like, okay, let's see if this is real, I guess. I've gotten 3 stories from her. She will sit here and say she actually cheated on me. Shit actually happened in the bathroom. From this nigga's point of view, he's giving me the most detail on the scenario. But once again, like I said, between defending himself, being my friend, and just trying to call it is what it is, he said Shorty grabbed his dick, and then my sister came downstairs. My sister said that she heard everything, and the moment she opened the door, your ass skedaddled the fuck out so quickly. And nothing happened.
Ain't nobody opened the door.
So as far as I'm concerned, and personally, at this point in time, I don't give a shit, because it's like everybody who was involved in that scenario knows who was disrespected, knows what lines were crossed, and knows where boundaries were pushed. I don't care. Like, when I reapproached her about the scenario, like, obviously me and her were way far over and done with, so like that shit didn't bother me. But it was, like I said, it did add up to the point where it was just like, haha, fuck Dewitt. That's just kind of how it felt. So from there, I felt like, to answer your question, I felt like that's where shit started. Going towards back, like, closer in time, like I said, shit started downfalling that year. The shit with Taylor happened, which I don't even really know what happened with Taylor.
What happened with Taylor?
I don't know.
Oh, when she not fucking with you mean? Yeah, that's because of you, bro. It's nothing to do with me.
Listen.
It's got nothing to do with me.
I don't know what happened with her. I don't know how shit happened.
I can tell her stories if you want me to.
We'll talk about it after. It's not that. I was like, Jalani already bothered at the amount of editing he got to fucking do. Like,
all right, I'm gonna just hop in real quick, say my little piece, and then hop back out because fuck me saying shit. All I know is that the nigga behind cameras, you made him look bad. He's on camera making you told his story, told his piece. You look fucking bad, and you're not saying a damn fucking thing.
You're not letting me get there.
Nigga, you've been talking for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and no one's fucking interrupting you. You answered like you told the beginning of the story for like 5-10 minutes. Get to it. Why are you not friends with him? Why don't you fuck with him? Did he do anything wrong to you? If not, then you're the fuck to blame. Niggas is not even interrupting you. You're just taking up time. Speak. I'm like, what are we doing right now? We just listening to you chat.
Okay. So the issue that started in the most recent time was me and my ex broke up. Shit happened at the house. I asked you if I could stay at the crib. You was like, cool. I had told you the shit that happened at my mom's house prior. And from what I was told by my sister, she had discussed it with you too. And I was under the guise that we were all in understanding. Tamisha wasn't blaming me for shit going missing in the crib. She was just calling out what was in front of her. I'm just
saying what you told me.
No, 100%. I approached you, and I remember specifically when I approached you asking you if I could stay at your crib, it was like, I don't want to ask them because I don't like that shit's going on. Mm-hmm. I never felt like, at the end of the day, it's my mother's house. I can go to my mother's house if I felt like it, regardless of what the fuck anybody feels. But it was just like, I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm grown enough to handle my business, and I literally just need a place to stay, a place to lay my head for 30 days, 60 days at best. And, no bullshit. All of your closest friends have stayed with you at some point in time. I literally said this shit the moment I moved in with you, bro.
Yeah,
I've been saving
that type of person.
I've been saving this card for just in case this scenario fucking happened, because I have never stayed with you and never have tried to rely on you to this degree before, because I've never wanted you to feel like I was leeching off of you. Facts.
You did live with us back in 12th grade, but that's fine.
In my opinion, yeah, I did, but it was, yeah.
It's neither here or there. It's a different time.
But yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. From that, and I had conversations with Chrissy, like whenever she was home, bro. From that moment, something about you was off when it came to me, and I had peeped. That's why I got to a point where, like, even living in your crib, I tried to stay to myself because I could tell my presence was just getting to you. And it was little shit. It was little shit. I could tell, bro, my shoes wasn't lined up in the crib the right way. This nigga would come in the house like, yo, Dewitt, your shoes are all over the fucking place. And I'd be like, oh, damn, my fault. All right. And after that, I was like, all right, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. We had our talk. You told me this little shit here, this little shit there. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll fix up what I can fix up. Now you're telling me little shit in the crib was going missing. What I can say to that is as far as weed goes, in my personal opinion, we've always been on the same understanding, bro. Weed's getting smoked regardless of who the fuck has it. If it's out there, you need a spliff, bro, you got it, because I'm going to roll up when I get to the crib. Mm-hmm. Vice versa. If you need a spliff before I get to the crib, I know you're going to roll a blunt regardless. Mm-hmm. I had never had an issue hitting you up and being like, yo, bro, let me get a spliff. There was a point in time where I asked Chrissy, like, yo, where's Darius Trey? And she straight up asked, like, why do you need it? And I was like, I just need a little bit of grabba. And she straight up said, oh, no, he moved it into the room, into the closet. And I was like, huh. She didn't tell me why. She just said that she moved it into the room, into the closet, and you've been doing that every day before you go to work. I took the sign, kept to myself, and said, fuck it. I'll start figuring out my shit myself, because I don't want you to, if that's the sign that we're going with, I don't want you to start feeling like me taking shit, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So I made whatever I had to do happen. Now, as far as the hat and shit goes, bro, mm-hmm. all I can tell you is I lived in your closet for 30 days. Nah, for real.
That's not my closet, Greg. It's a whole spare bedroom that I keep closing because it's a big ass bedroom.
Whoa.
Don't do that.
Is it a bedroom or a closet?
It's a bedroom. Closet. It's a bedroom. It's a full bedroom with that's on a whole wall that is a closet. They're completely
different.
Like it's a you know how the old house. I don't know if you know enough. Some old houses got like whole walls that have shelves built into them, right?
It's a spare room.
It's a whole spare bedroom. There's a whole bed in there. There's a door to it that leads out to the bathroom. There's another dresser in there. If it's a
spare room, why are you saying closet?
Because that's where I kept most of my clothes. That's where I keep most of my clothes. And in the big closet, and then the back wall is a dresser.
Did you keep your clothes in there while he was living there?
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. All right, so I get it. Okay, that makes more sense.
But it's only in the one closet that's in the closet that There was my clothes and the dresser
Half
on
of
the
the-
wall.
half
And
of
there
the room
also
was a
dresser
storage
that I
area.
let him use.
Half of the room was a storage area for clothes. Half of the room was storage area.
Was clothes all over the place, or were they
No,
in-
nigga,
Nah,
my
his shit
is
was fine.
folded and put in
His
drawers.
shit was fine. But, well, and let me get back to that. For the most part, because, it wasn't just the hat that came with me. That was not the only thing that ended up at my house and in my possession. That's why I was tight, bro. Because we had a conversation about a few different things that was missing from your crib. But that's not as far as what you talked to me about.
So, like what?
Stolen.
'Cause I don't recall any of
No,
that.
I sent a pair of black shorts to Harley. No bitch was in my crib for a full year, bro. I sent a pair of black shorts to Harley because I'm like, there's no other female that's been in my crib. Harley tells me they're not hers. So I put two and two together. I stayed in your closet, your spare room. Those had to have been Chrissy's.
Sure. What size are they? I don't know. They would so many.
They was like large, medium. They were small,
know.
even like for Harley. Like
Chrissy's an extra
little
small.
bitch.
she's small.
She's a
She's
woman.
small, but you know what I'm trying to get at without being disrespectful.
I
Like,
feel
they
you,
were
yeah.
they were shorts. Like, and I was kind of like, if these aren't Harleys, they have to be Chrissy's because they're the only.
So
I found a
is-
pair of your socks, bro. It was an accumulation. I found that fucking shoe you asked me for a week prior to all the bullshit.
The dress shoe?
Yes.
I mean, all right. So and then even that, like, so
sounded
what are you
like the hat
saying?
thing
Are you
was
saying
an
that you
accident.
not take that hat? Like it just somehow
No,
ended
wait,
up in
and
your
to keep
stuff?
it a buck with you, bro, because you know exactly how shit was. Your hats were at the very top of that entire fucking
Right.
thing. The only reason I knew that was because when I wanted to put my shit away somewhere, I opened that up, peeped that your shit was there, closed it immediately because I was like, this nigga shit is there, and I don't want this nigga accusing me of taking a fucking hat. We've had this conversation 800 times over the 10 years we've been friends. And it's been a simple conversation. What the fuck are you doing with my hat? You ain't asked me for that shit. Give me my shit back.
So that's why I'm asking.
Simple as
that's,
that.
That's why I'm asking, bro. Because I know
When I got my shit out, when I grabbed all of my shit,
Mm-hmm.
that hat was with the rest of my shit that was underneath all of that stuff.
So
I had an
just-
accumulation of hats. I had an accumulation
So why
of
wasn't there just a
clothes.
phone call like, yo, bro, I accidentally took this? Boom.
Because then, and on top of that, right? So when the situation happened, it wasn't like I just pulled up on him. His BM called me because she was with the nigga, and she sent me a video of him walking into where they were going wearing my hat. Yeah, this is shit that you don't know. I didn't say at night because
No, I'm listening.
right. So then I'm like, nah, I need to what the fuck? Hit her bags and she's wearing it in his house. Okay, cool. All right, so you're saying that it just ended up in your shit. The information I have is that you were wearing it out, saying, "Shh, don't tell Darius I have this." And then when I come,
No reason.
okay,
I'm listening.
and then when I come to ask you on hot, ready to fight, why you stealing from me? I still gotta. What are you talking about, bro?
Because that's what you asked me. Why are you stealing?
So we're playing word games.
No, it wasn't a word game, bro. What did I just tell you? And as far as I was concerned, how I seen this shit, how I was handling it.
So you weren't
too,
wearing the hat that night?
I don't remember wearing
Nigga, he
the
got
hat.
a video
I'm
of it.
I'm
Fuck
dead ass.
everything else. There's a
We got a
video.
video. I don't remember wearing the hat. I'm dead ass. But when we got back to the crib, I specifically remember me throwing the hat around the crib, like, all right, is what it is. And then that was it for the hat for the night. You sent me a picture of her wearing
Yeah,
the
no,
hat.
I showed you it. I showed you.
You
when I was
sent me
working
a
on you.
picture of her wearing the hat, so I was just like, all right, she must have picked it up, put it on, and wore it for fucking Snapchat for some odd reason.
She sent it to me because she knew you went for
But
the
that's
hat.
your shorty. Why didn't you just tell her, yo, get rid of the hat? You know what problems it could bring. You feel me?
I didn't know the bitch was talking to him. This is, and once again,
No, but you know she had the hat, cuz that's what I'm trying to say.
because once again, on my guys, I didn't look at it like I stole a fucking hat. One,
No,
two.
but you know your girl has the hat, bro, and you just said you know how he is with his stuff. Hear me out. I'm gonna let you finish. She has the hat. You know how he gets. Vice versa, you have the hat. You know how he gets. The hat should just go to him regardless. Hey, take off the hat. Stop fucking around. Here, let me give it to him. Yo, bro, Shorty had this accident. Boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Right now, it's she sent him a video making you look like you took the shit. That's where it comes from.
That's fine.
Valid. My thing is, I don't want this to be a clickbait thing. I don't want niggas to clown y'all over a fucking. I know the friendship didn't die over a fucking hat. It was the last straw.
Yep.
So but what did the friendship die over? Like, I get the hat thing. The hat thing is pretty fucking retarded. What did the friendship die over?
For me,
If that's the last straw, what did it really die over?
For me, it was that was last straw because I felt he was untrustworthy.
It was a built up from personality,
Yes, it was a built-
characteristics,
Right, that's what I'm
being
looking for. That's what I'm
lazy,
looking for.
not picking
I want
up,
it to be valid.
stealing.
I don't want there is. So give me an answer that's not saying it's the hat. What? Because like the hat was the last straw. What was the main? Because your friendship did not end over a hat.
Yeah, I was
Facts?
stronger than that.
Yes.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
what was it? It was everything.
Trust.
So what is everything?
Trust.
Trust. At the end of the day, it was the trust.
Trust and respect.
Yeah, trust, respect. I didn't feel like I was
From the hat though, because now you say trust and it points towards the hat again.
No, he said everything, Jelani.
everything.
From picking up after himself,
Okay.
from taking care of the house, from the way they were communicating, taking stuff, or just not communicating. That's where he was like, yo, listen, this is adding up, and fuck it, it's enough. The hat, all right, we're done here. It's enough. Because he knows his position.
Right.
Now, he may have a different answer, though.
Right. Okay.
Where do you feel like things were like, all right, I can't fuck with him no more? From your perspective.
Before he goes, all I'm hearing even with your breakdown is cleaning up after yourself, like shoes and shit.
It goes along with respect.
Stealing weed, maybe.
It's
Just materialistic stuff. Just
I'm not
the
saying you're wrong.
principles.
I'm just trying to break it down. And then possibly stealing a hat. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to break it down. So because I'm trying to like you're saying trust this thing, but like it points to what really happened. The examples.
No, but he said not picking up. He knows how he is. He likes to keep his shit organized. He likes to keep things on track.
Okay.
He was coming home and stuff wasn't in line how it should be.
Okay.
The communication was off. Things were just mistakenly going missing or being touched without his knowledge.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just trying to.
No. I'm breaking it down for you. These are the things he said. Darius, call me out if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
So everything just kept on piling up, and the hat was the last thing. We're like, all right, now I'm getting this video. I'm seeing this. We know where we stand with things. It's a respect thing, and there's principles as men, as brothers, as guys. There's principles.
No question. So all right, again, trying to understand. You're my boy.
Yes.
If my shoes, if I'm kicking it at your crib for a bit,
Okay.
and my shoes are not in order,
Okay.
if a little bit of your weed goes missing, and then you see me out with your hat, are we not boys anymore?
How many times have we discussed this matter?
I don't know how many times did y'all discuss
It
this.
sounds like rules were set.
Nigga, that's just years of accumulation. Like,
it was
You
a
just
build
know,
up.
so you
And
get
that's
it,
why
so
we-
you get it.
that's why
I
I went back to
understand.
the-
That's why.
I don't understand.
That's why- and that's why we That's why we both went back to
No,
the
no,
beginning.
Dewitt's gonna talk.
That's
He's
why we
gonna
both
do
went back
his
to
part.
the beginning because it's really a long rooted problem that popped up and manifested itself in many different ways.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you guys should have never been friends?
No, because I feel like what came with our friend, like there was a lot of great memories we made, a lot of good shit that happened, I still consider him my friend, just not in the way that we used to be. Like he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not my right hand no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different now. It's just a different relationship. I feel nothing but love and I want nothing but success for him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I can't be there on a daily basis in hands reach, within text reach to talk to you to get you there.
Because you can't trust him and because he relied on you too heavily.
Just because of the relationship in and of itself as a whole was not positive.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it wasn't giving me.
It was affecting
Yes,
your growth.
it was affecting both of us. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I think it was affecting him to the point like where he did what he did. Like the shit that happened with him and his girl. I feel like that's the reason that part of the reason that shit happened was because he was feeling insecure in a relationship because of the relationship, the chemistry me and her had. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feeling like you aren't enough or whatever, like. So and of course it was. It could have been for 100 different reasons, but it could have been one of the factors as to why you didn't address your relationship instead of seeking outside of it. Feel me?
So, my last question before niggas talk, if the way it plans on talking, did you want to kill his BN?
No. When we were friends, I was not trying to.
Okay.
No, I thought we were friendly. It was one night. You remember the night in Philly? That was the only time that I was like.
Honestly, I didn't know that was a thing in Philly.
But it was completely drug induced. I was off the
no,
drugs.
yeah.
I had just went through a breakup. I went down to Philly. We went to a strip club. I threw about $1,000 in bitches. I'm like, yeah, I'm at the hotel. Like, yo, bro, you trying to do this with your girl type shit? Like,
Use that nigga that
oh
night.
yeah, I was going crazy, right? And he tried to shut it down, like take my phone, turn it on airplane mode, do some weird shit, so I couldn't like get in contact with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to temper me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on like go, like I was on right. You know what I'm saying?
It was a bad
And that was
weekend
that's the
and all
only
that
time
shit.
where I thought of her in that way. While you know what I'm saying? So like,
As him being your man's in that moment, though, knowing where
And
you
it wasn't even on that type of like,
No, I got you.
her.
But
It was
him
on some-
being, there's two perspectives, there's two aspects I see of this. Him being your man's in that position and being with you at that time in your life, you don't feel like he could have did something differently to change your mindset or put you in a different room.
I feel like if I was with someone who was the type of friend I am to my friends, I would have almost enabled that person a little bit, like just enough, like brought him to somewhere where I know he can get that energy off. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I feel like the way he handled it wasn't how I wanted one of my friends.
He was just
to
going with
handle
the flow.
Yeah, but at the same time
Can't
trying
say
to temper me down.
I got
You know what
you.
I'm saying? Like instead of letting me go and do my thing and
I got you.
fuck up if I fuck up, you know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, bro, don't do that. Just kind of chill out and just, and that's, you know what I'm saying? And we did.
Respect
And
that.
then after that, what I ended up going doing? I ended up going killing some other shit after y'all brought me back to New York. Remember? Exactly, bro. You can't, like, come on, man.
Me and Watts are both outside parties.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you was on real shit, if you was the person I thought that you were to me,
So
you
just the
would've
answer
pointed
as far
me
as that
to
Philly
get that,
shit,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, you were spiraling emotionally and
know,
mentally.
I
There
know.
was no way I was gonna
I
let you
know. I'm
run
not saying
back
I
into
was
your
in a
old
good
place.
space.
You was about to run back into your old playground.
Well, he just said it was drug induced, so
Right. And it was either, okay, bro, my options were focus on my girl who didn't need my attention. She was down there for a concert on her own. I was only concerned about going with her because she was fucking pregnant. Like, I don't want you in Philly by yourself. Darius was like, oh, we're going to Philly?
I forgot she was pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why I was on some, no, bro, this isn't even a conversation. Like, it just got talked over. But, like, while we was down there, it was like, yo, like, she's got shit going on. All right, you trying to find some bitch? All right, let's go figure some shit out. Let's go have fun. Let's go do whatever.
what I'm trying
She
to say,
was pregnant?
I'm trying to say, as your
I'm
man's
fucking
though,
dead. We had a pregnant girl at the strip club.
before he even touched anything, drugs or whatever, why wasn't there anything like yeah, you can't do this.
We had a
Hey,
pregnant girl at the strip club, bro. I ain't never done that before.
Got it.
I never, because
You get what I'm saying, right?
being secure in myself and my relationship, I didn't think I would have to talk to him about that shit. One, she was pregnant. Two, obviously, once again, he
I'm
wasn't
not talking about
mentally
his actions towards her, bro. I'm just talking about man to man. If me and Jalani are going somewhere and I see he's spiraling out of control, hold up, cuz. If I see he's
It's for the camera.
if I see he's spiraling out of control or whatever the case or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? And he's like, yo, I need to turn to this to feel good. I need to do this. Me as a man, relax. We would get into a fist fight before I let you go do something that could harm you, your mental health, or anything.
Is that not what I?
But what I'm trying to say, he was already touching stuff before you did that. So
No, when we got down there, we got down there. We got to the hotel room, niggas. I remember specifically, we popped 2 E-pills. And
you were a part of it then, nigga.
And that's what I'm saying.
You were just a part of it.
Where you going?
Come on, bro.
Y'all are confusing me.
No,
And
I'm
you
not.
know
I'm being
that.
direct. You were a part of it.
First of all, you cannot fucking tell me you're not confusing me.
I'm not confusing you, nigga. I'm being direct. You understand?
You can't tell if he's confused.
All right,
you can't
nigga.
tell
Well,
him that.
I don't know how slow. I don't know how
What are you
slow I gotta
confused
talk.
about? What are you
But
That's why I'm trying to
You're
start
being
over
part
and
of it.
make niggas hype and not listen.
No,
Well,
because
all
I'm
he-
being.
No,
I'm really
I feel you.
explaining
I
myself
feel you.
well.
I feel
All
you.
he's saying is that if you can't try to do both, you got to either be like, nah, bro, we not doing that, or go with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and
I
you were doing
understand.
both. You were like,
What
yeah,
were
let
you
me
confused
pop
about,
this
though? I'm
E
confused
and
about
try
that.
to go on the wave with you,
His
and at the
question
same
was-
time tell you, no, we can't.
What was your
we
question?
can't go crazy. Like,
What was my question?
How you phrased your question was crazy.
What was his question?
He said, so aren't you trying to be the friend that wants to, like, chill out, like, tell him no, chill out, this, that, and the third? I'm
No,
like,
I
what
said
the-
you enabled him. I never even asked the fucking question. I literally said that if you know what mindset this man is in and you are doing the whatever you're doing with him, you're a part of that problem. As a friend, if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, as a man, you're going to make sure that I'm not doing that if I'm in a certain mindset. You already knew where he was at in his life, right? You think throwing money, strippers, drugs, and then doing stuff with him would help him? No, that's going down a dark road and you're going with him. And then after you're halfway down and you're like, let's back up. No, you started walking the path.
So then this is where I'm going to sit here and take my accountability, but at the same time say this nigga's a grown-ass man and he was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted to, and he did whatever the fuck he wanted to while we were down there. I did tell him straight up, I don't think this is a good idea, bro.
Before or after?
Before the nigga even decided to come
You
to
didn't say that
Philly.
before. You didn't say that before.
You don't like to let me talk, and low-key it gets me fucking tight. Anyway, Before we got the
I've been
fucking...
asking you to talk the whole time, honestly.
Because I haven't felt the need to intervene. You guys want me to intervene. Now I'm getting tight. Bro, before the whole Philly trip started, I only invited this nigga because I straight up said, yo, bro, she's going to Philly. I don't want her down there by herself because she's fucking pregnant. She's going to a concert. I don't want to be sitting in Philly for fucking 3 hours doing nothing either. You know Philly. We know Philly. Let's go have some fucking fun for the weekend. Literally, we'll be there tonight. We're going to wake up in the morning and head home the next day. You can do whatever the fuck you got to do. The nigga was on bullshit that morning. That morning. All right, bro, we're going to come scoop you. We're going to go down there this, that, and the third. Cool. Nigga was fine for the whole ride. There was nothing extra talked about. Niggas got down there. Shit was fine. Harley got ready for the concert and shit. Once Harley dipped out, what are we doing, bro? You want to go to the strip club so we can forget about the bullshit and just be boys for the night? Being your friend? Sure, let's go do that. You want to go to just this club? You said that... Fuck was that one club? Cootie? You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Shorty was pregnant and you let her go out by herself?
To a concert. She's a grown-ass woman.
Did she go to the strip club pregnant?
She did go to.
This is not relevant. None of this is relevant. Niggas want me to get the story off, but don't know how to shut the fuck up.
The bartender was naked.
Yeah, I didn't have a good time at the strip
Everybody
club.
has different principles.
I didn't. That bitch was old and nasty.
What's the relevant? Let's get to the relevant.
Everybody has
part.
different.
Back to the point. Back to the story. But like, yo, like when we were there, like, yeah, my girl was busy doing shit, but my mans needed a friend at that point in time. So of course I was doing both. But I knew that there were certain lines. Like, nigga, I'm not gonna let you go off and. If some old bitch on the corner offers you a fucking orgy, knowing that you're drug induced right now, I'm not about to let you go off with the old bitch. That would be terrible and irresponsible for me as a friend. That being said, you're clearly going through bullshit and you want to have a good time. That was the plan anyway. So why the fuck would I not partially enable the bullshit that was going on? We was up in the bathroom looking for bitches on both of our phones for hours on end, honestly. I remember that shit. I got into an argument in my relationship for that shit. Like, that's what the fuck happened. As far as that Philly trip goes.
Yeah. And all this came up because he asked if like what?
All this came up because what?
Because if you asked if I wanted to fucking be him, that's why this came up.
As far as
that's the only time that.
As far as that point in time, no, because that's leading to something else. As far as that point in time, I never thought that you were looking the fuck because of the fact that it was like relationship was deep for me and her. She was pregnant. You knew that shit. You know what I mean? Like it was what it was. Now, as far as like just getting to the nitty and gritty shit, bro, the part that about this hat scenario and shit that pissed me off, yeah, the conversation we had a week prior to that shit. The fact that you could ask me and have that conversation calmly, text me and just be mad regular about it, but then freak out a week later about that, yeah, bro, that was my tipping point. And it took me a second to just sit there and be cool about it and just be like, nah, it is what it is. Like, but that shit had me tight. Cause like you really, and you know what I'm talking about. Like I don't want to just go out and put the context out there and shit. But like when you hit me on about that shit, and I was really like, nah, bro, like calm, respectful, like nah, I'm not about to. I don't want to have this conversation with you. Like let's